Hey, oh, it's already turned up. Had to turn the mic up. She got famous. A. So it's a hot topic going on right now in these boxing streets, and it's Devin the Dream Haney and Keyshawn Davis. Now, in between the back and forth, there are things that's called contracts, and I don't believe people have seen the contracts or know what's really going on unless they eyes seen sight on a contract. But they do get information, and then they run with it, and then the comment section in the community starts to run with it as well, and it calls conquer and divide, right? So the biggest deals that get done in life, you never hear them speaking about it, but in this sport called boxing, it's front street. But none of the people on the opposite end that's watching saw a contract that big and what it entails, the details that you got to read, the percentages that you actually get. Nobody sees that. They just hear numbers. I heard this number. This is the most you ever got in your life. You ain't never make this much in your life. You ain't worth this. How do you know if somebody's worth something if you ain't even getting paid how much you really worth? When you clock in at your job, I can guarantee you're doing something that you're like, damn, I need to get paid more for this. So what is the difference when it comes to somebody who's putting their life on the line and knuckling up? You got two guys that's been successful in life, that their coaches and their promoters are going back and forth, which is granted. But at the end of the day, I'ma say, like the old school, leave all the negotiations behind the scenes. Who were fighters that escaped and got away, or like Tim Bradley, for example, he got a channel, but none of his negotiations was ever front street. None of them was ever out there to the public like that. He never got into, like, he had a career where he didn't need to do that. He didn't need to do all this. Give me 5, give me 10, and listen, my promoter wants this. If not every deal is going to get made just because people want to see the fight, and I get it. Boxing as a whole has turned into this fiasco gossiping thing, and that's what it is with Devin Haney for the last few months. Haney hasn't been in the ring since November of last year. That's crazy. He became the champion after beating Brian Norman. Keyshawn Davis has fought twice, and he's looked good in both fights. Now it's a potential fight between these two, and stylistically, I love what Mill City and Coach Dorsett is doing. This is the best form of fighting that we can get right now, or the best form of verbal warfare that we can get. Coaches breaking down styles, going back and forth with the comment section, being logical, not emotional. But there's a lot of split in between. Oh, I like Devin Haney because of this. I don't like Keyshawn Davis because he's next to Shakur Stevenson. We already know Shakur is the villain of boxing right now. So everybody who doesn't like Shakur is not going to like Keyshawn Davis. So when you have those intangibles, people are going to have their own opinion, but not be a fan of the sport. And boxing will never grow if it continues to be this way. This person on this side and this person on that side. And I gotta hate this person because I don't like this person. Haney and Davis is a good fight. Whenever two melanin brothers get in the ring, it's a good fight. It's always a good fight. It's better than what you expect. Now, when there's a loser, of course, there's going to be excuses and things of that nature, but it just is what it is at the end of the day. It's two warriors getting in there. and people's feelings is gonna be hurt, and money is gonna be lost, and ego is gonna be bruised, and words are gonna be taken back or flipped and rearranged and switched, because the feeling of taking a lesson instead of a loss is what people don't understand. As a whole, when I used to see Floyd, I used to be like, oh, look at his technical skills. Look at how he throw the jab. Look at how he hit and not get hit. He hits and not get hit. So I came up from that kind of era. I came up when I was talking boxing. I used to do all that. I used to do everything that everybody's doing now. Talk crazy about fighters and my channel. That's how I got so many subscribers at a point. But then I had to just backpedal and be like, hold on, this is kind of, what am I doing? You know? Until I really got into a gym and I was like, boy, hitting the heavy bag. For a minute, the first time, I had to rearrange, and so it's so much work that goes in behind the scenes, and people, quote unquote, have a job. People are reporters of boxing, but they're reporting so much gossip and so much things that are irrelevant that, you know, I guess this is the community of boxing nowadays. And I just want to see these two guys get it on. If they do get it on, the style clash, the matchup. Like, I want to talk matchups if it does happen. So since it hasn't happened, I would just wish these two guys the best of luck on any negotiations. And hopefully we get this fight. Because all the in between is catty. Is like ESPN. Is Stephen A. Smith. And what's the white guy name? I forgot his name. First Take, when they going back and forth, and that's where this all came from. That's what the comment section turned into. Bro, it's a lot of estrogen and not a lot of testosterone. Feel me? So the guys in the comment section, get in shape, start working out, raise your testosterone levels, become a fan of boxing and not of boxers. I'll see y'all guys on the next video, because I feel like I'm back now. Salute.